you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
ADR Networks presenta.
This is Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isa Crouch.
And this is...
Foreign Show! On the foreign show. that foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you. We'll be seeing you every Friday here at TFS. That foreign show. We'll be seeing you on that foreign show. We'll be seeing you.
Check 1 2, test 1 2. Ladies
I
and gentlemen,
think
can
we're
you hear us?
finally
Good now.
good. Okay, so in case everybody couldn't hear us just now, my name is Leslie Angel,
And I am Isaac Rakish.
and we're here on ADR Networks, that foreign show, activating your senses.
Yes, okay, we're gonna run by you Insider segment again. All right, Insider segment, as you guys know, is about basically our tips, right? Just to give people some inside information about things that they
Yeah,
should-
like great places that we think all you foreigners or even Mexicans, everybody can go and enjoy, and that it's interesting to check out and stuff like that. And sometimes these places or things, whatever they are, like specially catered to foreigners. Okay, so anyway, for today's insider, we would like to share this restaurant or a food court, we might say,
court,
because
yeah.
you enter, it's a great atmosphere, and you get to choose from 6 different Latin American countries. It's called Comedor de los Milagros.
De los Milagros.
It's in Roma. It's really cool. Like I said, great atmosphere. You go there, you feel like you're having a lot of fun. You can order food from all, like 6 different countries. So like when we went last, we actually had like the Spanish pancake.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and then we also ordered
That's
from
one with potato and eggs, right?
And then you ordered like Argentinian thing. So, you know,
Yeah.
you could get from all these countries, and yeah, it's just a great vibe. We were with friends and everybody had a good time.
Yes, and so if you're looking for some nice food, some good food, good atmosphere, it's a really nice atmosphere because it's like what would you call a mercado, no? Like a kind of like a cool market, right? And but actually what it is just a food court, right? So you got tables, you got 2 floors, and you get wait staff moving around also to help you out, and also to give you menus and stuff like that. was a really comfortable and fun experience, with Carrie and them boys.
Yeah, Kerry was here in one episode, so yeah, peace out to him. And like I'm asking Ricardo to put up the Instagram page,
yes,
so you can take a look. Let's give it a minute. And so meanwhile, let's tell you about our guest for today. Our guest is called Cindy Takahashi. She is J-pop. She actually, because she is third generation Japanese Mexican. So she does her music in a mixture of Japanese, Spanish, and English. So she's pretty interesting, and she's quite a following. And I checked out her music, and it feels like there's rock elements as well. Quite exciting. So if you are on our Instagram page, if you check out the story for today, you can hear her music that we put up. And she'll be coming on real soon. So meanwhile,
yeah, we're gonna put some stuff up for you guys. Yeah, here we go. Now this one, what do we have here? This is the place, the insider place that we were talking about right now. That's their Instagram page, and you can actually go and check out all of the food that they have. So if you want a place, say you come to Mexico as a foreigner, or even if you are Mexican and you want to go to a place where you can try all of the other Latin American country cuisines, this is the spot, right? Go check it out. Real nice vibes. Food's great, Wait stuff's cool. And oh yeah, they get some good drinks as well. Remember the drinks?
Oh yeah, the drinks was really good. Yeah. Like it just basically it's a nice experience to go and get your favorites from all these countries and try it out.
Try it out, yeah. We had a nice round of espressos,
Plus, it's at the bustling area, so on the weekend, if you're in Roma, you're going to a bar, you can go there and eat first or something.
Roma, yes, that's where it's at. Roma, a lot of nice stuff going on there in Roma, but we want you guys, on our recommendation, to go on down to this spot and try out the food. All right, on today's show, we have a very special guest, Cindy Takahashi. We're going to talk to her in a bit. In fact, she might be backstage. I think she's backstage, yeah. And we're going to talk to her about... There she is! Hello!
Hello!
Hi! How's it going, Cindy?
Fine, thank you. First of all, I want to say sorry because my pronunciation and my English is not so good. So I'm going to try to do my best.
It sounds fine to us. Yeah. We hung out with you, and we know what your English is like, and I think it's clear. It's good.
Thank you.
You do your music in English as well, right? Like a bit of everything?
Yeah, sometimes, but it's not easy,
Yeah.
Right.
What is your first language, actually?
Spanish. I'm Mexican, so my first language is Spanish. Both of my parents are Mexican. Just my grandfather was Japanese.
Right.
So what made you do your songs in English?
I don't know. I think it's funny if you can mix many languages. So I did my own music in English too, because I wanted someone else can understand my ideas and my feelings,
So, but most of your fans, they are from Latin America, or because I know that you stream on a lot of sites, and are you streaming mostly in Spanish? Do you do also to American audiences and?
Yes, I used to have a broadcast in Vigo, So there I have a big audience, not just Spanish, sometimes English too, or maybe Japanese. But most of them are Mexican. many Mexican people who lives in USA.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's interesting.
That's really interesting because you got the. Do you do stuff in Japanese as well?
Yes, not always, but when they see Takahashi, they get my broadcast, and it's funny. Sometimes they ask me about my music and that kind of things. It's strange that Japanese people want to listen my music.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll be interested because I mean yours is also a J-pop, but Spanish J-pop, right? Yeah, it's interesting.
I don't know if that's right, but I said that because there are many people. I don't know what's the name for people who make these voices in Spanish for anime. You know,
Like
Okay.
they are
that.
actors. They are actors, and they translate in Spanish the anime, and they sing that music in Spanish. They are very famous, but in my case, my music is my own music, you know?
Yeah, that's cool. You do originals. Yeah, that's what you were saying.
Yes. I got a cover in my first CD. It is Candy Candy. I don't know if you have heard about that anime, Candy Candy. It's very old, very, very, very old anime.
We're not so well versed. Maybe my brother, yeah, but
Yeah.
we don't know much anime. Yeah. So
But-
you yes.
It's for, I don't know, 1976.
Okay.
Really old, yes. But here in Mexico, that anime was very famous. So I knew many people for Candy Candy because they asked me, you sing Candy Candy, that's great. Everybody knows who is Candy Candy.
So you covered that song, the very famous
Yes.
yeah, right. I see. But like most of your originals, like do you compose them?
Yes.
You produce by yourself, or do you have like a crew that does it with you?
Okay, the first time I used to compose with with one of my best friend, Eric Paz. He used to play the piano, and I started to sing, and that way we started to write together. But in the half of the CD, I started to make my own music, just like I don't know how to say that because I don't know how to play any instrument. So I just started to sing with music.
Right.
And I don't know, I look for I don't know what's the name. In Mexico is arreglista, people who make the music for a song, but you give give him the melody. You just sing with melody.
Right. Okay. So you compose with you sing the melody, and then he recreates it for you. And that's
Yes, melody with lyrics.
cool. I see.
Okay.
And like most of your songs, the lyrics are about what?
Love, you know.
Okay.
I'm a
you-
stupid romantic.
Okay. I mean, that's cool, right? You know?
Yeah, love is
a
good subject to explore. Always.
I don't know if that's right because most of the time I finish my relationship and then I write something about love. I don't know
Okay.
why. Because I didn't want to talk about I feel bad and the pain and that kind of things that I feel sad. So I thought I don't want to think about that. So I'm going to write about things that feel good, or maybe I would like to be that, you know.
Right.
I don't know if I explain myself.
I actually really like that because like you actually want to process the, like you broke up and you want to process it in the positive way. That's what I feel when I hear what you say. And I think that's better than like complaining and whining, breakup songs, it's like,
yes, I'm not like Shakira.
So
yeah.
I would like to be like Shakira.
Oh, I didn't realize Shakira has like lots of breakup songs.
Yes.
Is that a style? Is that Shakira's thing? But so why don't you write songs when you're in the relationship? You wait until the relationship's ended and then you get the inspiration.
Yeah, good point, Lily.
Yes, with my relationship, but at this moment, I've just finished to record my last cover.
Oh, cool.
We are working with that. So this is a cover that is, it was very famous in Europe. It's called I'm Turning Japanese.
Okay, I think that's a good one for you. And then,
It's an 80s song. I know. I just look for very old songs, but in fact, I'm at this moment I'm thinking about the video and that kind of things. But yes, it's going to be my new song.
right. So, and then what about videos? So, like, you stream like every day, or like, how often do you do it right now?
I
So
know.
people see you and
I want to make a professional video for this,
okay.
but for example, in Vigo, yes, I'm every day there.
Oh, okay. Like I can see your chair looks like the gamer chair.
I was gonna say,
Like you have the like great lighting, everything is set up.
yeah.
Yes.
Right.
I like that kind of. I said that I'm like a otaku and freaky and geek, but frustrated because I would like to be like that, but I don't have enough time.
Yeah, that's
I,
a strange
I
spectacle.
would like to be otaku, but I don't have enough times because the anime is very long, and I don't have enough time for that.
You mean don't have enough time to watch the anime? You mean?
Yes, I love to watch anime, but I'm old girl, so I like old anime.
Can you explain to us what otaku means?
Okay, in Japanese, the word it means obsession with something. You can be obsessed with, I don't know, with your job, with trains, with anything. But according to Mexico, it means that that you are someone who loves Japanese culture,
Okay.
but not Japanese culture. Maybe pop culture, you know.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Japanese
with
culture.
anime, yes, most of them just know about anime or that kind of things, manga, and they love cosplay.
Okay.
I love cosplay too, but I respect everybody who makes cosplay because most of them they made their own dresses and that kind of things, and they know how to make up and that kind of thing. They are artists too.
Yeah,
For
yeah,
sure, yeah, for sure, yeah. They're expressing themselves through their art, right?
right. Like one of our mutual friends,
Yes.
Chiki. Like we have seen her
Yes.
Shout out to Chiki.
Wow, seriously good artwork.
Yeah.
It's like fantasy, like you really get into the character, and yeah, we were very impressed with it. Like honestly, like coming from Asia, like we don't really have contact with the cosplay scene. Because
Really?
I think it's more out of Asia that people are really exploring it.
Mhm.
Yeah, so I mean,
Except for Japan, like
Japan probably is like super. Yeah.
But the otaku scene, right?
Uh-huh.
Here, it's like much bigger than Singapore, for example. Right?
Yeah, like we don't really know the word,
Yeah.
and but like in general, we have themed this episode to like you exploring your roots. So do you feel like you like liking all these like anime and doing like Japanese stuff is you like kind of being in touch with being Japanese?
Yes. First of all, I think the point is that otaku culture is something like an underground, even here in Mexico. But yes, nowadays it's bigger. But it's like an underground. So I love it, but I thought there's nobody who takes that like seriously. So that's why I wanted to be like a professional music in a way, a professional way. So I started to look to get into that. I don't know how to say market.
Right.
Yes, and yes, I think it's a way to connect, to be in touch with my grandfather culture too. I started because I started to study Japanese. I don't know, maybe 15 years ago, something like that. And when I was there in KAICAN, that is a Mexican Japanese Mexican Association, I was studying there, and I learned so much that many Mexican people loves Japan, and I started to learn about Japan thanks them for them.
Which is kind of
So
interesting.
yes,
Well,
because there's a, I don't know if that's common, but many Japanese family here in Mexico City, they are not together because I don't know, maybe the generation of my parents, um, they most of them grow up with bullying and that kind of thing, so they don't they don't really identify with Japanese people. It's strange because they had a very difficult, I don't know how to say, very difficult development here in Mexico. That in that time, I knew they received that kind of bullying because Mexican people says you're Chinese people, Chinese and something like a chino cochino, something like that. So they wanted to be like Mexican, just like Mexican. So it was very difficult for them.
Right, right. Like because before it, like the it was a different climate for, you know, like the kind of racism that might be in Mexico. But like right now it's different, right? Like
Yes, of course.
yeah, this what you're talking about is probably the 40s and 50s, right? Like 1940s, like your grandparents.
No, like 80s.
Oh, 80s, right? You're talking about racism
Yeah.
against Japanese people here in Mexico in the 80s.
Yes, it was a racism. I think everything is going. It started to change. I don't know in 90s, finished 90s, ending of 90s, or maybe 20s. They started to people started to love Japanese culture, but at the first time, it was like everybody are Chinese people. That is not bad. The point is that they said that like they wanted to hurt you, you know.
mm,
Oh, okay.
yeah, like it was
I
it's
don't have any problem with Chinese people.
No, no, yeah,
yes,
But
okay.
the
Chinese,
point is that Mexican people say that like you are Chinese, you know?
yeah, it's the word is to attack basically, right? It's yeah, it's
Yes,
Chino Cucino.
you're or like Chino, like in a bad way, right? Yeah,
yes.
I mean everywhere in the world, yeah, like there has been like a little bit of a negative feeling if you want to see like any race, like for example, like if you want to be racist towards Indians, you just say like, oh, he's Indian or something, even that.
Yes,
Yeah, I get what you're talking about.
that's very sad. But even in Vigo, 2 years ago, I was in a special event in Vigo that it was about, you know, Independence Day here in Mexico.
Okay.
Mhm.
So I started to sing Mexican songs, you know, like ranchera songs.
Okay.
Okay.
And there was people who lives in USA, and they started to say something like, "You're Chinese, you're not Mexican, so shut up."
Ooh,
That kind
so
of things.
racist comments in the but like
Yes.
you get all these keyboard warriors. Like I'm sure when you're streaming and you have so many people watching you, you're gonna get like a bunch of shit. Like
Yes.
definitely,
Yes.
it's the case. Yeah,
Or what we call haters.
yeah.
This hater energy.
Like people that need to say negative things, you know, they need
Yeah.
to like just yeah.
Yes, I know, but most of them are Mexicans lives in USA, living in USA. That's strange, very
Yeah.
strange.
Well, it's not so strange actually.
Yeah,
if you
maybe
think about it,
they are
because
getting racist. Maybe they are suffering from racism, so that's why, right? I don't know. What do you think?
yeah, exactly. I mean, if they are, you say they are Mexicans in the US, so maybe they are going through some hard times with racist people over there also. because of that, they kind of
Yes, it could be.
you,
They're
yeah.
projecting to you, yeah.
And then they're on Bigo, and they're scrolling, and then they see you, and they're like, oh, is she singing? Is she singing Spanish? And then they start, oh, okay,
Right. So
Yeah, I mean, I'm just that could be something that happens.
let's go to Bigo for a while.
Yeah.
You know Bigo. I think we spoke about it. That Bigo is Singaporean, right?
Yes, that's
You
right.
told me. I think you told me. And like when you're on Bigo, how many hours do you usually do daily?
I used to be there, for example, in pandemia, 10 hours, 12 hours, something like that, because everybody was connected.
Yeah. Full
It
time.
was great. Yes.
So, what kind of, for people who don't know, or maybe they want to check you out,
Mhm.
what is your show like on Bigo? Like for 10 hours, what?
Yeah,
what
that's
do you,
right. What do you do?
That's right. I used to think nowadays I'm going to finish my broadcasts there. I don't know. I'm thinking about it because nowadays the action there is has been changed. But in that time, I used to sing all kind of music, from Selena to anime.
Rancheros?
Yes, from Bee Gees to, I don't know,
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for you. You have a whole
salsa,
range of things.
Celia
Yeah.
Cruz.
Oh, okay. She's the one that's Guantanamera,
Yeah.
right?
That's right.
Right. Yeah.
But I used to read books too.
As in, you read like
Yes, novels,
wow, in Spanish.
Novelas, like
Novelas.
Oh,
Yeah, in Spanish. So
yes, in Spanish.
that's really interesting. What kind
But
of?
very long novels, like 19th century novels.
wow.
19th century novels. Wow. Okay.
Yes. And it has been very, very interesting. Many people loves that.
Yeah, I think all these are really good ideas that you have. So it's a creative job.
But like Jane
Yeah.
Austen or that kind of novels, those kind of what kind of stories are they like for people who are curious?
For example, Los Bandidos de Río Frío. I don't know if you have heard about it because it's very old novel.
Okay.
Yes, it was. Río Frío is near from Puebla here in Mexico.
Okay.
So in that time, there was I don't know how to say, roads, caminos. So it was like a forest. I don't know how to say, like a savage. Everything was
Like a jungle.
without pavement. You don't have
Yes.
cars and that kind of things.
Yeah,
And
it was
in that
natural.
place, it was very dangerous. It was I don't know how to say, bad people who kill you for
I think there was
take
a
your
movie that we watched, a Mexican movie that was like in this setting. It was like in the olden days with no roads.
Right.
You know, we watched together. Okay, never mind. I don't remember the name.
yes. They use they translate with no they take, I don't know how to say that in English. Diligencias. The name was Diligencias with horses and that kind of things like
Okay. Right. Like
carretas with horses. I don't know how to say that.
like cowboy time and stuff, right? Like
Okay, yes. But
right?
they were really, really bad people. They killed everybody, and yes, it was terrible. But it's a very long novel. It's very famous, and it led you to know how was 19th century Mexico.
Very
Wow.
interesting. And you choose this book to read out to your
Yes, I love that novels. I don't know why.
So do you finish the whole book or you
Yes, in 1 year we finished 11 books,
wow.
but very long books.
That is amazing, Cindy. Beautiful.
Yes.
I mean, when you read it, you dramatize it, you kind of act it out and make
Yes,
it.
of course, I love it because I can say, "Oh my God, you're great!" That kind of things, like acting. It's
Right.
like here in Mexico, it was like a radionovela. I don't know if you know what is that.
No.
Yes.
Like when
Long
they
time ago, it was radio, and you can hear novels,
The whole
but
story. Yeah.
yes, acting, and that was
yes,
great.
it's like if it wasn't rubbish, if it's something
Yes.
negligible,
No, my darling,
right?
don't
With
let
the
me be
acting.
here.
Yeah.
Right. Wow, Cindy, that's so beautiful. I mean, this way you're actually kind of in a way sharing the books with your fans.
Yeah. And
Yes.
technically, because these are the books that you like, and yeah, and they're
Yeah.
interesting for you to read out and act. And, yeah. So yeah, Cindy does acting too.
Oh,
I mean, we met doing
that's interesting.
extras. So yeah, like what talent? Like I mean, we call it talentos, right? So like, what acting have you done?
And like extra?
No, not extra.
Extras, yes.
Like actual, like primary or secondary characters or tertiary. Mhm.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand. You mean
Like
that?
What kind of roles have you played?
like when you are as talento, like what have you done?
Okay. I have been in Old Spice. I don't
Oh,
know.
right.
19, no, 2015 maybe it was there. Like
Okay, it
Okay.
was a commercial.
yes, I was like Japanese school girl.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yes, and there was a Godzilla, and somebody defend myself with a Old Spice, and I
That's
said
racist, man.
Old
That's
Spice.
They used the Old Spice.
Old Spice. Yeah, the cologne, right? Yeah.
Oh,
Yes, and I said Old Spice, Old Spice.
oh, you had pronounced it like Japanese style.
Yes, and the other I made two with no Corona.
Okay. Mhm.
Cerveza, the beer.
Yes, and the last year I was in a Metro Bite, but I didn't watch that commercial. I don't know. I was a girlfriend, a guy girlfriend, but I don't have any idea what happened. But I don't know what's
The story is
how
okay.
was the commercial. I just was there with him watching TV because the World Cup, football World Cup, and that kind of
Ah,
things.
okay. You sit next to him.
Yes,
Yeah, I see. I see.
And
With the
Godzilla was
reaction and all that.
and
What
I
was
was Nissan. I was in Nissan last month, but
You in what?
in Nissan.
Nissan. Right. Oh, cool.
Yes, and there is a guy who called his Chota. He was the main character, so he kissed me or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, the Old Spice. No?
Old Spice.
Oh, yeah, doing it.
And Doritos, and I don't know. Sometimes I forget it.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get you. Then there's so
Yeah.
many extras that we have done. Like, oh, is it? We were in that one. I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
because sometimes you're not the main character. You're just like an extra, and then take you and you.
Yeah, so we don't know any information. Like,
Yeah.
so we just went to do the job, or yeah. So, but yeah,
But it's funny. I love to do that. It's
Yes.
funny, and thanks for extra environment. I have known Asian people because before that I didn't know many Asian people. It's strange, but it's real.
so when do you start doing the whole extra and everything?
Oh my God! More than 10 years ago, because I started
Wow.
with what's the name? Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh, Dragon Ball.
Wow. Okay.
I just started in that movie.
Oh,
You starred in that movie, Dragon Ball Evolution.
Yes, because I
So
was
everybody should
studying.
go watch.
Yeah. I want to find out
Yeah.
what was your role so we can watch it later. What did
I
you? What
was
did you?
I was studying Japanese, and suddenly someone asked Japanese and Asian people for that movie, and I went out and I thought, that's great. It was like 10 days. It was really fun because I knew the first time that I knew Asian people, real Asian people, because I didn't have anybody with practice Japanese, for example.
So you studied Japanese for how long? Oh, did you
Oh, 4 years.
4 years?
4 years. Okay.
So you have Japanese in your
No, not
Last
really.
year.
I forgot it everything. I forgot it everything.
if you don't practice, it's really easy to lose it. Yeah, but like my brother speaks Japanese. He also learned it. Like my brother's Chinese, but he learned Japanese in school, so you can practice with Carrick.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He wants
he wants to practice too, because it gets lost. Like
Yeah.
That's great. But
Yeah.
I didn't see Carrie long time ago.
Yeah.
Oh my, really? You haven't seen Carrick?
Carrick.
The last Yamado that we went together.
Yes, the first time in many years.
Yeah, it's true. Carrick has been busy. He's doing translation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I completely agree on this point. Like, if not for the Yamados, like we wouldn't have met all the Asian people. And yeah, like talking about connecting to your roots is like you do need to connect with other Asian people to understand your culture, to kind of understand what it means to be Japanese or Asian and all that, right? Because you're in Mexico.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's difficult. For example, here near from my home, there are some Japanese people who, like me, with grandfather and that kind of things, but we don't have communication. Our communication is strange, but I don't know. Here in Mexico, it's difficult.
But are you guys all in the Japanese Association?
No, not really. Not really. They are like a more exclusive. I don't know. My point is, I don't know if I can say that, but my point is that everything is very expensive in Japanese association.
Oh yeah.
Really? I
Really
thought
expensive.
We were gonna go there for dinner.
yeah, like on the weekend is our wedding anniversary, and we are planning to go to the Japanese Association because the garden is very beautiful. We have heard that we should check it out and all that, and we also heard that the Japanese food is cheaper. It's like not as expensive.
Really?
But is the food good?
The food is good.
Have you tried the food?
There are. I don't know if I say that. If I should say that, but I think there are many better places.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Well.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
This is a podcast. You can say any opinion you want. There, we are not tagging.
we encourage you to speak your truth on our show.
Yeah, and also like maybe now it's different. We never know. Like like still, I think people should go check out the association. Just see the garden and all that. Yeah.
It's very nice. It's very nice. I was there for years, so I knew very nice people. And I had Japanese teachers, and they are great. They are good people, but I don't know. I think it's really expensive for Japanese people, family people too. I don't know. Maybe it's my appreciation. Maybe I'm bad. I don't
Do you
know.
have any? How about what's your personal recommendation for like a nice Japanese restaurant here in the city?
I don't know. I love ramen, so I love ramen place that is called Yamasan in Condesa.
Yeah, I think we've been to that one. Carrie brought us to that one.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah.
We went
That was good. That was good. Yeah. And
Yes,
that place is
I
nice.
love it.
so you're saying the Japanese Association's food, the ramen is more expensive than Yamasan? Because Yamasan is average,
I'm
right?
not sure about the cost because I was there long time ago.
I think it's cheaper now because that's what people told us. And also, I checked out that menu,
Okay.
and it looked like it was pretty cheap actually. Because I saw like they had some like packages for, I mean, like those bentos or something. I think
Mhm.
bento. I don't remember, but it was like only
The
85.
bentos are from Mikasa.
Oh, the bentos
Are from Mikasa.
And do you like
So-
Mikasa?
Yes, I like it, but I think it's expensive too.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe I'm coda. Like in Mexico, people said coda. I don't know if you know that. What is
What
that?
does it mean?
What does it mean? Yeah.
Someone who doesn't want to expend money. Maybe I'm coda.
No, but you know what? Like we absolutely get it because
Yeah.
we're from Singapore, right? So the Japanese food in Singapore is cheaper than here. So
Okay.
definitely
Yes.
we noticed that it's expensive.
But food also in general, right?
Yeah, actually, like the food in Singapore, like being first world and supposedly really expensive for a lot of things, the food is cheaper in Singapore than here.
Oh, really? I have
Yeah.
to go to Singapore. I told you, when I was a child, I thought I was created
Yeah. Should hear
Singapore.
this.
According to me, Singapore
You-
didn't exist. So I thought I was created Singapore country, and I was the queen. According to me, when I was 3 years old.
That is really interesting.
Yeah, yeah. You reminded me of it because that's really interesting.
Wait. So how old were you when you were dreaming this? How old?
Yeah, how old?
How old?
Huh.
3 years. I was
Really?
3 years when I thought that.
Wow.
That's
So
interesting.
so probably you heard the word Singapore somewhere. Maybe not. Like,
Yes, obviously. But I was a child.
it brought like it created like imagination for
Imagination.
you and
Wow,
yeah.
yeah.
So Singapore had like inspiration. You should go.
Yes, and I
Sure.
love that word. I don't know why. I love that word, Singapore.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, maybe when we go back, you should come with us.
Yes.
You can visit.
Yes, I wanted to be there.
Yes, it will show you around. Yeah, for sure.
And I wanted to be in Japan this year too.
So that's the plan. You are planning to go to Japan this year?
Yes, my first plan is that when I recorded that song, I'm turning Japanese, I wanted to film a video there.
Okay.
You know, showing Japan, but all kind of the things in Japan, not just otaku or anime or that kind of things.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Because I wanna many people knows that they're more than Japan. It's not otaku, not anime. You can find technology. I think technology is great. There is a place that is called Odaiba. In Tokyo, there everything it's about technology and science, and I think that's very interesting. And there's another place like Kyoto, very culture place. Then
Yes.
so I think there are many things that we should know about Japan.
That's very interesting. Your point is very interesting because there is more to Japan than just otaku and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
Anime and yeah and cosplay. Yeah.
I mean,
but,
some-
a lot of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of different things. Like, I mean, one thing is about this thing where if you, for example, you drop your wallet or something in Japan, chances are the person is going to return it to you, right?
Yeah, this culture,
they kind of
they're very honest and they're responsible to society.
Yes.
that part's pretty cool. It's kind of a self-respect, right? You know.
Yes, but I had a boyfriend and we finished it.
Oh.
And I'm not going to be in Japan, but I'm going to make my dream true.
What's his name?
Let's do it again.
Yes, because
What happened? Tell us, please.
nah,
No, not the details,
It's
but I mean, what you
terrible.
want to say. Okay.
he cheated on me. He cheated on me.
Okay,
You
no.
know? You
Oh
know?
my. But he was Asian or he was Mexican or
No, he was Mexican, but he used to go to Japan every year for 3 or 4 months.
Okay.
wow, so long. So your plan was actually to go with him like this year.
Yes, but changes the plans changes. But I want to be there
yourself.
even without him.
Yes,
That's my
exactly.
revenge.
Yeah. Yeah. You should like it will motivate you to like do your own thing like over there, right?
Yes, of course. I think Japan is not about you. But yes, he used to know many things about Japan. That's why I think it's strange, because I have realized that many Mexican people know so much about Japan. They love Japan.
Right.
Even some days, someone told me that Mexican people was getting Japanese blood, blood,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and they asked Japanese people a transfusion just for saying that you have Japanese blood in your veins.
What kind of fetish is this?
I don't know. Someone told me about it, and I was, what? What
Yeah.
is that?
Weird stuff happening.
But that's kind of strange, because imagine you meet someone and they ask you, where are you from? And I'm saying, oh, I'm Mexican, but I have Japanese blood.
Literally. Oh
My
God.
ADN, no, DNI has.
Well, on another note, do you
I got
know
the
that
Japanese DNA.
on ADR Networks we also have a Japanese program, and like hosted actually by one of the producers of this show. His name is Jun Yoshikai.
Shout out to Julie.
I don't know if
Yes, I know who he is.
Yeah, and so he also like arranges like trips to bring people to Japan or something, I think. Yeah, so you guys can actually hook up for some like
Yeah, yo,
I
sure.
maybe
know
he has
him.
some deals. Yeah.
No?
He's my friend too, but I'm not sure, because I want to know. I want to take my own time. For
Yeah,
example, I forgot many things about Japanese language, but when I was there in 2019, I realized that when I heard some words, I can understand.
Mhm.
Or maybe the kanjis, this picture.
Yes,
Uh,
yes.
sometimes I can understand what is about it.
Okay.
Yes, but it was just like a flashback,
when you learn Japanese, you also learn how to write. So you learn the kanji as well.
Yes.
Oh, that's really cool. Because it's also pretty close to Chinese. So if you know how to read kanji, you might know how to read Chinese words as well.
Not really. I think Chinese maybe is the most difficult language in the world.
I think it's the other way around. If you can read Chinese, maybe you can read the Japanese.
Yes.
It's more simple, but the Chinese one is like way more complicated.
Yes.
Yes, because Japan didn't have I don't know, how to write. So they took these kanjis from China, but it was like 8,000 characters. But
Okay.
China has maybe 58,000 characters, something like that.
Yeah, the Japanese one,
Crazy thing.
even the Chinese that we are learning in Singapore, I think Singapore and I'm not sure which other countries, maybe Taiwan, like we are learning the simplified Chinese writing, and then
Really?
I can't read the ones from China because they are. I mean, I can read like maybe a certain percentage, but then they add extra stuff, to each kanji.
Okay. Yes, because I have a Chinese friend, and she told me that she can understand Japanese kanji.
She cannot. She
No,
cannot.
she
Okay.
can't.
I
Well,
think
I got-
maybe a whole different thing. Sometimes they use Chinese characters in Japan, but yeah.
Let me ask you this, Cindy, since we're on this topic. Are you able to tell if a person is from China, Korea, or Japan?
Yes.
You
Well,
can?
if I can identify?
Differentiate, yeah.
Yes.
No, not really.
No.
But I think it's the same with you. I didn't think you are from Singapore.
Yeah, I mean, we all the same race actually, like Japanese, Chinese, Koreans, the
Right.
same race. But somehow, like at the Yamados, I could differentiate. Like, for example, I knew Keon was Korean. I knew Enrique was Japanese. Like, I just could feel it. I mean, like I just could feel it. Yeah.
Maybe it's a body language thing also. You think so?
I
Maybe.
Something. I don't know what is it, but something. Yeah.
I don't know if this is racist or what, but I mean, I'm just assuming. Because some people say, you know, like, hey, yo, I'm not Korean, I'm Japanese, please.
My
Well, okay.
grandfather was like that because in the grandfather time, everybody wants, I'm Japanese, I'm not Chinese, and that kind of things,
Yeah.
I
Well, so
think
anyway,
nowadays it's not necessary.
sorry, we have like a couple of minutes left. So like I think we like want to like maybe we could end off with something that you enjoy being like Japanese, a part Japanese in Mexico, like a little comment about it.
I love many things. I love food. All kind of Japanese food, I think it's the best. When I went to Japan, nobody told me about pan. Pan, like bread. Yes, and I think Japanese bread is delicious. Even the rice, it's delicious. So here in Mexico, I don't know. I think Japanese people are different, and I don't know. I don't used to be with many people in my family and that kind of things. We are very separate people, like everybody's in. Yes, it's different, but I don't know. I love cosplay and I love otaku, geek culture, but I'm not like that. That's why I said that I'm frustrated. I would like to be like that. I would like to have enough time because I love video games and I love anime and I love to sing in Japanese. And I want to talk more than Japanese. That's why I want to express in my music that this kindness of Japanese music. I don't know. I think it's very cute. Something that I love that Japanese music is that there's no matter about your age. You can love Pikachu and you can love Goku and that kind of things, and maybe you are in your 40s, but there's no matter. Here in Mexico is like you're childless or something like that.
All right, Cindy, thank you so much. We have to end now, but like we really enjoyed having you on the show. It was so fun and it was so like fast, the feeling. Yeah.
Thank you very much for your time and thank you so much for your support and listening.
Before you go, where can the people find you if they want to find you or find your show? Where can we see you?
Like Cindy Takahashi Oficial in my Facebook and Instagram, Cindy Takahashi Cantante.
Everywhere.
Only
Cindy Takahashi Oficial. Okay.
Perfecto, Cindy.
Okay, signing off. I'm Celestine Angel.
I'm Isaac Rakesh.
And we have Cindy Takahashi with us. And we are here on ADR Networks, that foreign show, activating your senses.
See you.
Thank you to all who joined us here on That Foreign Show. It's been awesome. I'm Celestine Angel.
And I'm Isaac Crouch, and we'll see you next Friday. Have a great weekend, y'all.
Entrando por tus oídos hasta llegar al centro de tus emociones, ADR Networks está en este momento
activando tus sentidos.
That foreign show.